Last night, I was asleep, having a dream. People were actually accusing me of crimes and things in this dream that I'm having. And that's kind of where the dream ended. I want to set the record straight on this stuff publicly. Whether or not people believe it is their own prerogative. Why won't someone interview me? I want someone to interview me. The reason that I feel this interview will be different from what they're expecting is because I am going to be an open book. All right, boys, prepare the slave trade. We're selling it right off for profit.
That's fucked up.
I absolutely should have not done that, but it's the same style of commentary that I've done over the years. It's not any different. It's different because I've changed now.
I'm sorry, you sound like the abusive ex-boyfriend trying to get back with his girl. I've changed now. Don't worry about it.
I have depression, you dumb fuck.
It doesn't seem like a very healthy lifestyle.
You keep ruining it for me.
Begging for money is never a good look for anyone.
Completely agree. Completely agree. I can't dispute it. I refuse to just sit here and beg for money. So, beg. There you go. Here's a nice begging session. For all of you, I know it's absolutely obnoxious. You can't stand it. I love what I do. Mm-hmm.
Do you currently still play WWE Champions?
Yes.
Can I ask you, Phil, have
Sure.
you ever spent money on this game?
Of course I have, yes.
How much money have you spent in this game? Do you mind saying?
Total, I couldn't tell you. I mean, I said you can ask me absolutely, positively anything.
So like,
well, I'm not going to tell you any account name, anything. Okay. Oh, no, hold on. I told you I'm not even doing anything with my phone or anything on the stream. Anything. I don't care what it is. Just ask it. You got to understand there's liability here. And that way I can answer it. And we actually have a place where I've answered all these hard questions.
You say you beg too much, and you're working on that, which is good. It's not a good look, but
they're assuming that's me in the game.
Keemstar offered to you $50,000.
I don't like these drama YouTubers. I call them misery brokers. I feel that's the worst kind of content. Stop watching Keemstar. He starts insulting me and everything on the internet. Keem, you are someone who, damn, I'm impressed with what you've done. Keem, you are someone who, and you know what? I think I'd rather be a beggar than a Keemstar. I'll probably be forgotten. I'll just be a fart in the wind, right? I respect you immensely, but I'm going off documentaries, right?
Holy shit, Phil. I gotta say, this is fucking rich coming from you right now, though.
Yeah,
do you hear yourself right now?
Indeed, I do. That's the nature of the beast. That's how YouTube works, man. That's how all this works, right?
Fuck, man.
You're right. So, Phil, level 1. Yo, you've been for 15 years. You're just on level 1. Do you think I need that? I have renamed my podcast as the Level 1 Podcast. I wouldn't even say I'm successful at all, but I talked with my wife about it. I want to get this out in the open. Did you ever find the restraining order that she had against her ex?
Goodbye.
Fatality.
I do feel like I very intelligently conducted myself on that show. You know what I'm saying?
Holy shit, Phil. Fuck, man.
How do you feel it was a setup exactly, right?
If you do part 2, you have to ask about the business expenses because all he did was dance around the question and he never answered the question. Yes, we went back to that 3 times, never got a straight answer.
I felt that it was a fair interview.
So
you guys, I have zero issue with how that went. Zero.
All right,
I knew that was how it was going to go.
He's lying.
He's a pathological liar.
Right.
It's very clearly lying.
Stop lying.
And that's where everyone thinks it ended. That was exactly how I expected the interview to go. I'm disappointed, for sure. Let's laugh at Phil because he's not here. Ha 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 ha. They didn't do that when I was on the show.
It's like, bro, and I said this to him, you sound like an abusive ex-boyfriend who's trying to convince his girl to come back. It's like, it's not going to happen, dog.
They waited till I wasn't. That's funny, isn't it? Very funny. Ha ha ha. Right? And we're going to take a big dump on him because he's not here, the beat-up show, the pummel Dark Side Phil show when he's not for 2.5 hours and make money on it today. Laughing. They all did the ack laugh together in unison.
Wait, you mean spending $40,000 on JPEGs of sweaty muscle men in a mobile game isn't a good use of money?
Which I don't do. It's a detractor meme. My wife is pissed. She's very upset. She says, "Oh no, did you watch it?" I said, "No, I haven't seen it yet." He said, "Oh, I did." She was not happy. She's like, literally, it's a shooting gallery against you. Like, literally, it's just, they're just 100% reading every super chat.
Super chats have been amazing. We will definitely take a look at them.
And she only watched maybe 10, 15 minutes of it. She said she couldn't even continue. And they're laughing at you and they're making fun of you the entire show. And I was like, wow, that is shocking to me. This was not a shocker, nor was it not something that I had already planned. Oh, okay. So you didn't care to begin with. I mean, let's be honest.
I will be completely 100% honest with you. And, you know, people will...
I say that a lot. I'm going to be completely 100% honest with you. I also say I'm going to be transparent. These are mannerisms in my speech. When I say that, essentially what I'm trying to do is emphasize that what I'm about to tell you is a serious matter. It's not me joking. But some people over the years have misconstrued it as meaning other things. All it means when I say that is I'm about to tell you guys something really important, and it's meaningful to me, so please listen up. The accusations that get thrown at me by detractors are partially true, and then they take a part of that and turn it into something that's not, and that's how they claim oh, don't you see that the evidence is that this part was true, so the whole statement must be true. No, half of it was true.
We were talking about body language before the show.
Body language. No, body language is a tell. Like, for example, you asked me a tough question. Oh, why am I hesitant to talk about WWE champions? Oh, you know, oh, man. Oh, because I'm racking my brain for an answer. Did that ever happen? I mean, I don't think it did, or whatever. I don't know. And they said things are off the table or whatever, and I was like, nothing.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
People talk shit about my wife.
Deploy special shield!
There's all these memes out there about me looking like a horse. It's not worth getting upset over. It's just funny now. Well, I think over the years, things have changed. Like, you know, I've learned to not care about what the troll... Like, I know there's trolls watching this, and I know there's trolls restreaming it, and I don't give a shit.
I can do what I want, bitch!
I just don't care. I don't care what people say. I know there's people that say, you know, oh, they say things like about my weight and stuff. Like, that's a big thing they've been saying. And you just gotta laugh at it.
They say horrible, horrible things about me and her.
Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo-hoo.
Definitively, I gave up mobile gaming when Kat would in with me.
And
the reason I stayed is because I'm telling the truth. Do you think if... I mean, no, really. Okay, now we gotta be real. Hold on one fucking second here. If someone is guilty, why the fuck would they stick around for 5.5 hours? Are you crazy? Why would they even agree to the interview? But you know, that's what I mean. Like, Phil looks like he's going through puberty backwards.
Yes, you are.
No,
yes,
I'm not. And sweating like nuts. I didn't sweat once. I was doing them a favor. I want to set the record straight on this stuff. They took one joke from a stream last summer. It's a joke that's completely out of context to my normal content. I don't usually joke like that. You know, I'm doing commentary on this game, and I'm doing my usual style of improv commentary. I feel like what that was a momentary lapse, and it's the same style of commentary that I've done over the years. It's not any different. It's different because I've changed now from anything else that I've done. All right, everyone knows that I try to do all kinds of things on the cuff. Jokes, dark humor. It was a joke that was misinterpreted by a lot of negative people being negatively saying it was a racist joke. Wasn't intended that way. It's still a dark joke. It's definitely still too dark. It's not in my normal style.
Yeah, it was definitely some dark humor.
It's just something I've always done. I agree with you. This is something that I've always done. And those jokes, I don't really make anymore at all. You know, everyone has always enjoyed it. Okay. This is not the norm on my streams. People
Yes,
say
it
that
is!
out of context. I am actively trying to change. WWE champions. Like, literally, that's what he's talking about. That's it. None of what they're saying makes sense.
And he chose not to confirm with you, Craig, and he chose to fucking talk shit on Keemstar after the show. And it's like, bro, what the...
Because Keemstar's a piece of shit. Keemstar is a piece of shit. No one likes him. Keem, you are a great businessman. Everyone knows that. I can say whatever I want about him. I respect you immensely. I talked shit. He talked shit about me too. I'm supposed to kiss his butt? Damn, I'm impressed. Because I was happy. I want nothing to do with the guy. I already said this multiple times. I want absolutely nothing to do with that man at all. Are you stupid? Have you not done any kind of research on this man on the internet that's factual? And that's the difference. They'll say, oh, Keemstar and Phil are the same. They both get to hate. No. The things Keemstar has done are well publicly documented, and they're not circumstantial evidence. He fucking talked shit about mental illness to people like, people like Etika and what happened there. He's falsely accused people on the internet. Keem, you are someone who, let's be honest here.
Fuck is wrong with you? Anyway. Like, do you hear yourself right now?
Anyway, no one's watching me because it's like Jersey Shore, you fucking moron. No,
Yes,
I'm not. I'm a king on a pedestal that needs to be worshipped. We explained what the King of Hate moniker meant, right? We did. We actually went through it on the show. That has nothing to do with anything like that whatsoever, right? Well, you see, it's a giant king and everyone should kiss his butt. Yes, you're right. What? Dude, this guy is a fucking dunce. You fucking tremendous black hole of emptiness in your brain. They only listen to the detractors. What a bunch of fucking idiots. Wow. That was old Phil. What do you mean you can't hear me? Yes, you can hear me. You're so full of it. And whenever do I say today I'm big or I'm popular or I'm you know what? Never. Never. Never at all. It's completely the opposite. They watched nothing. They did all the negative research and none of the positive.
Like, we totally fucked him.
No, the interview didn't fuck me. This is what fucked me. Right here. This is what fucked me, you idiot. Not the interview. The interview was fine. The interview was exactly as I expected it to go.
Like, do you hear yourself right now? You know, the funny thing is there, you know, that paper was just blank.
And this is really stupid. But just to show how dumb they are. Just to show that I'm not full of shit. Right? Oh, you can't. Oh, there you go. Can you kind of see the writing? Oh my God, you can't see it. The camera won't even adjust. Yeah. Fuck. Well, you can't see it. You saw writing. You see right. Okay, you can see writing. You see I'm not full of it. There's fucking writing on the paper right there. I can't. The camera won't do it. I know. You can't see shit. I wasn't going to prove nothing. Yes, the paper was blank. Your actions are heinous, dude. You guys have been great. Thank you. You didn't approach it objectively. If it were true that my mental health was bad, why do you think that is, Craig? This is wrong, what you're doing here. Let's be honest here. This whole thing was all about you. Why won't someone interview me? I want someone to interview me.
And then you start guilting them? Like, dude.
I need to change for the better. I need to stop with the e-begging shit. I know that. I'm trying my best. That's why when I fall back on my old ways and when I have my fans emailing me and shit and saying, dude, what are you doing? I appreciate that. And it's happened recently and it really pisses me off. It does. You know what I mean? It really pisses me off that I do it. I'm not even going to listen to the rest of it. I got a headache. I got a fucking headache, dude. People want me to clarify on that statement. What I said was I stopped playing mobile games like I used to. I quit on all of them. I don't play mobile games anymore, but all right, I don't play mobile games anymore.
Yes, you do.
Yes. I gave all those games up years ago. Like I said, definitively, I gave up mobile gaming when Kat moved in with me. Remember, I admitted I got with Kat. That was the end of that. And I actually have something to say because I'm done with this now. All right? Here's how we end it. Craig said, you know, coming in from neutral perspective, fair interview. The fairest shake I've ever gotten on the internet right now. That's definitely not what it was, but I believe them. Congratulations to Craig. You proved who you really are. Disingenuous. I don't know if I could trust anyone. If, you know, these guys were supposed to be neutral. How could I possibly trust anyone moving forward? It's crazy to think how it turned out. It just seems everyone out there is just, they want to use me. That's 1,000,000% that's what this is. And I've had it. I'm not going to let other people use me in their shit like this. You want to make content about me, then, you know, do it in your own content, your own streams or whatever. Crap on me nonstop. Profit, profit, profit. That's what it's all about, right? My misery is your benefit. I can't stop you from doing that. I can't. I'm done with this. This is the end of it. I'm happy now. That, you know, because again, the bait was set for this to happen. It happened. So now I know. I will never get a fair shake. It's never going to happen. So since the benefit outweighs the morality part of the equation, I won't put myself into the position of risk. You understand? There's no point. So I'm not going to do that any further. I'm just going to do my own content. Like, that's done. I'm just not going to do nothing else. I'm not wasting my time. This is it. This is the end all be all. I addressed the nonsense. And by the way, this is it. I told you I'm done with this. I'm done. Nothing's a big deal to me, man. It's just I'm done with this nonsense. So Uzi Gohard did a super chat says, I think you're messing up being confrontational. You had a chance to make connections. I think you blew it. Wait, dude. They interviewed me for 5.5 hours. I did exactly what they wanted, correct? And then they shat on me for 2.5 hours the next day. How am I being confrontational? What are you talking about? They did this to me first. And then I reacted appropriately, defensively, saying, you're out of your minds doing this to me. How are you saying what are you talking about? To the best of my ability, I'm done with it. There's no point bringing it up ever again. The experiment worked.
Get what you fucking deserve!
Oh, shit, I missed. Oh, shit. I missed that. I have no ammo. Fuck this game. I fired twice. You're out of ammo. What is happening today? My webcam just froze. What is going on? But here's the deal of what's going on right now. There is a documentary on Review Tech USA in the coming weeks. There has been strong interest in seeing a crossover event between myself and the Kino Casino guys over on Kick. Before we get into it, I'm well aware that these guys have been very critical of me. They've insulted me and my wife. They have done this kind of stuff. They've also done it to a million other people too. And I've actually had some positive interactions with these guys over the last couple of weeks. And we've had some conversations back and forth. We basically have a understanding, all right, that we kind of want to maybe even do this together, all right, like a co-op commentary on the Review Tech documentary. Their audience has been great, coming over, watching my stuff, checking it out, and even supporting it. I totally understand. There's so many people who are in the chat right now, and they're like, we don't think this is going to work. We're apprehensive. You're not the only ones. I'm skeptical too. I've been treated pretty poorly by the vast majority of people on the internet over the year, right? I really have. It's hard to have trust that people aren't going to turn it into something toxic and messed up towards me. So there you go. And by the way, I'm sure these guys are going to be watching this back, and also they're going to be seeing tons of people in my chat are saying they've been incredibly mean, not only to you, but your wife as well. Is that acceptable? No, of course it's not acceptable. Do you not think that that's something that I would have issue with? First of all, do you really think that's something they're going to do when I'm on the show? Of course not, right? And they know now that anything that they say, I'm going to get wind of it. Like, they know that, right? So obviously we're going to see what happens, right? I didn't know anything about these guys until like a week ago. This is all new to me too. Let's see what happens. Someone says, if you're going to watch the Rich video, does that mean you're going to watch your own documentary? I'm already watching my own documentary. One of the things that I don't think I ever want to react about, fake financial shit, stuff that people have fabricated about me playing mobile games and stuff. Not only have I legally been advised by lawyers not to talk about it, but I've already been down this road. It's like I said, it's the devil I know versus the devil I don't. Because you know how crazy insane my haters are. Everyone already believes the nonsense. Let them believe it. I don't care. And I know the truth. And, who cares? I'll be honest. The Side Scrollers interview covered a lot, but it had no direction at all. The fairest shake I've ever gotten on the internet right now. They were all over the place with their topics. They weren't even prepared with certain questions. Like, you could tell they were trying to get at something, and then they never got to it. Right? So what are these expenses? Are you talking about the expenses that were listed during the bankruptcy? They didn't put a single piece of information on screen. Show on screen what you're talking about. Well, you know what we're talking about. No, I don't. And then I answer honestly. Well, I don't even know what you're talking about. They want me to somehow admit to fault of something I didn't do wrong. So, you see, well, he was dishonest the whole interview. Well, you don't have any evidence I was dishonest the whole interview. You just said that because you're a fucking hack and you didn't do a good interview, right? I'm never going to talk further about it because there's nothing to talk about. And I've been legally advised, don't keep talking about it. Hello, everyone, and good evening. Welcome to the show on DSP Reacts. This is something completely unprecedented. My guests from Kino Casino, everyone, please give them a hearty welcome here tonight on stream. Gentlemen, how are you? I mean, let's be honest, it's kind of fate. And we
tonight,
get
the
to take a look.
bully becomes the bullied. It's your turn, Dickers.
In the casino of life, you start full of chips. And every time you mess up, you'll lose some of your chips. Oops, he's going to lose some chips.
This isn't like Darkside Phil cultivating a community over 15 years through original content and commentary. This is just an absolute bozo.
Just pay me for my hangout session instead of pay me for work. Listen, you got to put in the work if you're expecting to get compensation for it. You're going to see a documentary coming out about me later this month. There was a lot of that kind of stuff back then, and I'll admit that I got hooked too. But I learned my lesson over the years, and I learned to ignore this stuff. But I don't think he has the right to criticize other people's looks. I just, sorry. Listen, I call myself an ugly monster all the time, but you don't hear me standing here also insulting other people's looks either. Like, why? Once you get to a certain point like me, I don't have to defend myself anymore. You said everything you could possibly say about me. I don't give a shit.
Rich, on his Facebook, was firing back, claimed that the trolls that went after him will be made an example of.
It's like, how cringe to say. They're going to be made an example of. No, they're not.
What are you going to do? They're anonymous trolls on the internet. How are you going to make an example of them? You have no power here. The only reason I'm doing this here tonight is because this motherfucker has done this for 10 years. He's talked shit about me. 10 fucking years. And I held my tongue. So now it's time for my chance to finally vent on this guy.
If it's wrong when he does it to you, how can it be right when you do it to him?
Right. Right.
Like, this is the thing. Like, this is the golden rule.
He is burning down everything around him with his actions and doesn't have any self-awareness that he's doing it. He just thinks it's fair. Every single interaction with Keemstar is like, didn't work out in your favor, didn't work out in your favor, didn't work out in your favor. How did you not know that interacting with this man was going to blow up in your face badly? It's like, he knows he has tons of trolls. He knows he has these people who've done malicious things to him before and have done things to not only hurt him, but all the people around him in his circle. So he never learns his lesson, which, as we've already talked about, that's true lolcow behavior.
Yes,
they don't
exactly.
learn. They just keep making the same mistakes over and over. They never improve. And that's why people find them entertaining to watch, because you always will get the same ridiculous result from a situation they totally should have learned from in the past.
You know, and that's the thing, is you do make good money doing this, and I think that's some of the criticism people have, is they wish you had more of a prosperity mindset, be more grateful for the abundance and prosperity that you have.
You're right. If I have a day or 2 days where my streams are bad, I'm not going to go out of business and lose everything. I'm not. I publicly said that to everyone too. It's just that I'm so stuck in this rut mindset. But for him, he's stuck.
I have a problem when somebody refuses to put in the hours and then fucking cries and complains. That's when I have fucking...
A lot of people, this happens to them when they hit their midlife crisis, right? A lot of people this happens to. The problem is, he's been the one making fun of everyone for a decade. So now that it's happening to him and his miserable time is happening, right? I've always said this. For Rich, a day when someone has a bad day is his good day, because he's going to make a ton of money on that, right? But now, Rich, every day is a bad day for you. Again, it seems like this is just karma. This is what has happened. They're going to self-poison themselves. I don't have to waste my time and my effort and my life and my positivity on these people, because eventually it's all going to come back to bite them anyway. When am I ever going to do, oh, fuck you, Stuart Hogan, fuck you. This is the worst thing you could do, because all you're doing, you're giving them the attention they want, and now they're after you even worse. I just ignore them. One chip left. This is what Rich has left in his life. Now, here's the thing. I would like to say, I am a person who believes that people can improve and change for the better. I'm trying to help this man. I want him to get better. He makes the same mistakes. He never admits fault. He always has the same problems. Can you do that? Whoa. Oh, wait. You're fucking felted, bitch. Felted. You're done. You insulated yourself from any criticism, but now you've been exposed. You're done. This is my chip, and I'm going to wear this proudly in my fucking background from now on, because I earned it.
He earned it. God, what an incredible place to end our reaction.
I'm having such a good time now, but I can't fully enjoy it. I'm being honest with you guys right now. I'm trying to be like really open with you. I have a feeling that at the end of this month, this documentary is going to come out, and a lot of the people who are like, oh, this is great, are going to be like, wow, that guy actually was a piece of shit. Now it's fun to shit on Phil again. This was the ultimate redemption story, but it's even better now because the redemption story is canceled because his documentary is so bad. Fuck that guy. Let's shit on him again. Because I'll tell you right now, if that happens, I'm done. I'm not going to be doing any kind of collabs or anything. And I'm not saying the Kino Casino guys are going to turn on me or anything. Who knows what's going to happen, right? But I'm done with it. I will shut myself off to the possibility of doing work with other people, and I'll just sit here and do my own content forever. I don't care, because I've had enough of it, of everyone shitting on me. I'm not going to even put up with it anymore. Right now, it's good because everyone's saying good things about me, but it could change in 2 weeks. And yeah, I know it's paranoia, because people are saying in the chat, listen, not paranoia. Yes, very well justified paranoia. This has happened to me many times. Will this be time number 10? When I try to trust people, you know, I can't take it anymore. So that'll be it. I'm not going to put up with it anymore. I can't. You know, you reach your limit. Everyone has a limit. If this is it, if it turns into the DSP shit show number 4,722, that's going to be the last shit show. Because I'm not going to give anyone else any more content to fuck with. I'm just not going to bother. I really am enjoying the ride. I'm worried. Basically had 1 month to be happy with how things were going, and then it's right back to being the internet's whipping boy. You know, me and those casino guys have a chemistry. We do. And it's weird because we never had even spoken with each other until last Tuesday, not even a week ago. All of a sudden, we just realized we kind of work. We work off of each other. We react to each other very well. Everyone was saying that it's working. People are like, oh, so Phil isn't just some weird space alien who can't interact with people. No, actually, I'm good at interacting with people.
First of all, like you said, who would have thought this ever would have happened? Because I was like the whipping boy of the internet. And now it's like people actually would like to see me have a conversation with Josh and talk about the whole Kiwi Farms thing. I want to have a real conversation with you, Josh, because I don't want this to be like an attack session. I want us to have a real conversation about how things are going. Things are turning around for me right now in a very positive way.
All right. Well,
I just want you to understand that. I don't want this to, I'm not going to be attacking Josh or anything like that.
I would actually kind of disagree that only recently people have wanted to speak with you. And I think that you've been kind of a recluse. I have an answer for this, but do you know what has changed?
I don't know, because someone gave me a chance. Things have changed.
I think that part of it is that I've watched you and the Kino Casino, and a lot of what they're doing is like showing you other people, and you're reacting in the same way that like detractors would. You're kind of taking shots at people, and I think that's really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, thanks you guys, Kino Casino, for giving me that opportunity. Because again, the people who wanted to interview me previously are like, "Oh, we'll have you on, but we're just gonna be, taking shots at you constantly. Let's talk about your finances and shit."
Side scrollers, right? That was side scrollers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I when they contacted me, it was supposed to be, "Oh, just be a guest on our show like anyone else." But then they turned it into this 3-ring circus interview that I have to be interrogated for 5-6 hours. The interview was fine. The interview was exactly as I expected it to go.
Like, do you hear yourself right now?
And then they canceled the chance for me to be a real guest after the interview when they saw how much money they were making.
Right. Okay.
How much money they were making from what?
From that interview. Because that interview that they did with me was literally 100% negative stuff. You guys have been great. Thank you. I thought if they're going to do an interview that's fair, right? You've been great interviewers. You've been completely fair with me. You've given me, thank you. You guys have been the fairest shake I've ever gotten on the internet right now. What they did is they literally did the interview, and the next piece of content they made was, "We don't believe anything Phil said. Let's dump on him all day." So immediately the entire audience says, "Oh yeah, Phil's a scumbag. Phil's a piece of shit. That's great." I'm on a stream and I'll be like, well, if I don't raise money on this stream, I can't buy groceries later in the week and shit like that. Okay. Has that ever happened on my streams? Yes, I have said shit like that. Should I say that kind of shit on my streams? No. Okay. I'm here to be honest with you guys. All right. I'm fessing up to everything. And the good news is I'm not in that position anymore. And in the last 4.5 years, I've stopped doing those kind of streams. You're not going to see me say, "Hey, we're doing $1,000 goal today, and if we hit it, some crazy thing's going to happen, but I really need this money." I don't do that anymore. I canceled all those events that I used to do. I don't even do like goal-based streams anymore. We're like, we're going to raise a certain amount of members and then I'll do a marathon. I'll just do the marathon to have fun with my viewers. I don't have anything based on that stuff anymore. But the problem is with my detractors, they're living in the past. To them, everything is black and white. So the fact that I did stuff like that in the past, but I've changed for the better, doesn't matter. So to them, I'm still that guy sitting here every day saying, "Oh, please give me some donations so I can buy groceries." That's the issue I think they have with me, but it's not valid anymore. That's not the modern DSP. I mean, this guy Duty in the last 3 days has made like over 20 videos about me that he monetized. And it's like, something is going on there. That's not normal behavior. Either he genuinely hates me or there's something else happening there. Who knows? Maybe they just saw the dollar signs behind it. What's happening now slowly is the camera's turning back towards these people and they're like, oops. Not like, "Oh, they made fun of me because I did something stupid on stream today." No, it's like, my wife is ugly and fat. It's all personal stuff.
For instance, we have the bank leaks where they're hacking your bank account. And we have like the situation with the Comcast guy and stuff like this.
I'm not a giant guy and I do pretty good for myself. Well, how is that possible? Because I've been in the game for 16 years, because I have notoriety for various different reasons, some good, some very bad. But I'm not going to quit, no matter where I go and no matter what these detractors say about me.
And would you say that makes you grateful?
I stayed pertinent for bad reasons instead of good. And now here I am in 2024, and I'm finally, for the first time in 10 years, getting a turnaround. I am the luckiest fucking dude, the product of a community of people working together to make something awesome for each other, as opposed to I'm just the guy out here to put out content to print money. That's never what it's been about. I like being called out when I do things like that, because when I realize after the fact, oh shit, I fucked up, that's going to make me a better person. But when you got detractor channels that are just complete libelous bullshit every day, stuff that's not even close to being true, That's where it's like really frustrating because I can't stop that.
Let
I
me
can
interrupt
change
you because this was
myself.
requested of me. If it's written, it's libel. If it's
Right.
spoken, it's slander. But both libel and slander are both forms of defamation. Someone begged me to correct you on this because it bothered them so much.
But I don't know. I'm not a lawyer.
It would be for defamation unless it's written.
So, guys, do you mind if I ask Josh a few questions
Go
about
ahead.
Kiwis? I want you to understand something. I know absolutely nothing about you. Where did Kiwi Farms come from?
It was originally specifically dedicated to Christian Weston Chandler. And in 2013, I took over as administrator.
You own it. You have control of it.
I am the top dog.
Okay, very good. So at what point did you see that people were not doing things in the best judgment? The stuff that's been put on your website has been very harmful to many different people. I think we can agree there. I don't want this to be like an attack session. Now, from what I'm to understand, you are against that, correct? You don't want people putting harmful information on that site?
I that's a very broad question, and I'm not answering this in a legal sense. I'm trying to be very specific about what I'm saying. If harm comes from information, almost always it was inevitable, regardless of if it was on the forum or if it was on Twitter or whatever website. And I am perfectly okay with that. There are no quandaries about that in regards to the law or to morality. Now, as far as people on the forum instigating harm, causing harm, I don't like that.
Back to Phil.
So here's a question. How do you determine on your forums what's being posted up is too far or is acceptable? Because I'll be honest, I've checked out my section of your forums. Oh, here's actual information about like a distant family member of Phil's. What the hell does that have to do with anything?
Any public information can be posted. As long as it's relevant to the topic, there is very little that will be done. The actions that are taken are almost the exception to the rule.
Mm-hmm.
I went into the board and I was upset about something. And if I can remember, I'll tell you what it was. And I just start yelling at people and people get very defensive. This happens every couple of years. Like 20 people quit the site. I demoted one of the mods because he actually ran one of your detractor channels. You know, that's a conflict of interest. I don't want like you to have a monetized channel and also be a moderator. That's that's never been a thing that we've had before on the site. And I didn't even know about it. And then the other mod for the board walked out. I wish I could remember what it was. I remember that I made fun of people and then it snowballed into a bunch of people leaving. They don't like me there.
Okay. So following up on what you just said, you agree that that section of the site isn't up to your standards, right? Why would you keep that section of the site open? This is why we can't have good things, right? And you take it away from them so that way they have to move on. And this is not me accusing you of anything. I just want an honest answer. I'm curious of your methodology.
I got you. Don't worry. If I went to the admin panel right now and I deleted the Dark Side Fill board, which I'm completely able to do, what do you think happens? How do you imagine that playing out?
Well, first off, I just want to let you know that's not what I'm asking for. Why would you not just say, all right, enough. You guys didn't behave, and you take it away from them. I don't want you to think that that's what I want you to do today, okay? That's not my intention at all.
You asked me
he just wants
you asked me why didn't I?
Yeah.
Just, I would like to know what you think happens as a result.
Well, first of all, I was on there the other day. They're talking about WWE champions. Kino Casino is gaslighting him because, you know, they're glazing him, but they're going to turn on him. And, you know, it's the bullshit. It's stupid shit.
Any minute
I don't really.
now.
I know. Oh, no, guys,
day.
any minute.
Any
My
minute.
worst enemies are coming on stream. Like, what are you talking about, right? Like, the stuff they say is ridiculous. Anyway, those people who were there would scramble and try to find another place where they could do exactly the same thing, whether it's a Discord server or eventually they find another site to do it. Undoubtedly, they're going to keep trying to do what they're doing, right? So closing that part of the forum, I don't think would solve any kind of an immediate thing.
You're absolutely correct. And I'm very happy that our minds could meet on this point. If I deleted the board, yes, not only would they go to a different place, and in Discord's like the worst of the worst. You can do anything you want in Discord. Discord has no rules as long as you don't get caught, and it would be worse. And I don't want to try and sound like I'm saying I'm doing you a favor. I think that in a roundabout way, I probably do a favor. I set a baseline that has to be followed.
What do you think about that, Phil? Do you think it would be worse for you?
Kiwi Farms has too much notoriety. Kiwi Farms is known as the place on the internet that you can go and lolcows are being harassed. If you want to hate on someone, go to Kiwi Farms and get all the dirt on that. That new detractor forum would grow to the notoriety size of Kiwi Farms. Very well it could, but it would still take time. You understand that would actually be a time where like people on your forum, because this isn't just about me, this is about everyone who has a thread on your forum who's had the same level of harassment as me. They would have a breath of fresh air. That would be a big relief, at least for someone like me. Well, first off, I just want to let you know that's not what I'm asking for, okay? I get what you're saying. It wouldn't end it, but at least it would be a temporary reprieve.
Yeah, I think that sentiment would apply to everyone except you specifically, because I'll do my T+0. There would be darksidephil.exposed up immediately. The Kiwi Farms has limiters. Finding information on the forum through Google is actually difficult.
I can confirm that.
So yeah, with you specifically, you don't get a break. Sorry. I mean, almost everyone except you would get a good deal from the site going down, at least for a while.
Wow. That's interesting.
Yeah.
An interesting perspective.
What is it, Josh?
You know, they try to justify it. And for instance, do you know a guy named Darish or Derek?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The guy is definitely like a fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
And he definitely has like playlists of like little girls and stuff on his YouTube. Like that's archived independently of the forum. But
he's allowed in your streams though.
Yes, he is.
But he has playlists of little kids on his YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Okay. Shall we publicly address this formally? This is good.
Let's talk about this. Real. Yeah. Like,
sure.
Why is he allowed to be a member of your community when he's such a creep?
That's the one thing that's really fucked. Yeah.
Here's my philosophy. You guys can completely disagree as streamers yourselves, and everyone out there watching, you may also disagree as well. All right, but allow me to lay down my methodology here.
Sure.
Okay. I'm a content creator, and I don't judge anyone for anything but what's going on in my stream. Okay. If I see someone in this stream breaking the rules, they're out of it. I have rules laid out. Actually, my stream, I think, is a little bit more lax than others because I used to be known as like the moderator heavy guy. And now I almost don't have any moderators anymore. I kind of handle it all myself. But anyway, do you personally know every single person who's on your stream?
I understand what you're saying. You don't know everyone's backstory. You can't control everyone. Makes sense. But we have verifiable evidence that Derek is a pedophile. He has playlists of kids, and it's really weird fucking shit. And this is the one thing Ashton and I are like, what the fuck is
what the
I get what you're saying.
I mean, knowing about it, like when you find out, like you have to do something about that. Other people who are in your community, who are in your chats, have pointed out that this guy is who he is, and he seems to be getting a layer of protection. He gets away with a lot more than other people would.
Somehow he's getting some kind of protections in my stream, is what you're saying.
Like apparently he spams a lot, and he gets a pass with that.
But brother Phil, like you can't have a pedophile making stuff for you and part of your community in a broad sense, right? Like you should probably just ban the fucking guy and send him packing. And I think you'd get a lot less shit if you did.
Here's the thing. You're right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. You guys are correct. If I were right now to say enough is enough, too many people have issue with this guy, ban him.
Sure.
Okay. That would solve that problem. However, the big picture that no one's looking at.
Let's solve that problem then.
Okay. But listen.
Yeah, good.
You don't understand the Pandora's box that you open. Once you do
Phil, that's a very obvious, like, slippery slope fallacy. It's like you can get rid of the guy that has the little girl playlist on YouTube without opening Pandora's box.
Yeah.
That's
no.
Yeah.
Oh, Josh, you got to listen. All right. Because again, you know how bad my detractors are. The only reason that we even know anything about this person is because my detractors went to all of his personal socials and dug into them deep.
But he's a pedophile.
But they got him.
They got him deep. Now hold on. I know. Listen. Yeah. I'm not disputing what you guys are saying, but please let me finish what I'm saying.
For sure.
All right. If the only reason that I know that this guy did something bad is because people went off of the realm of my streams and my content to find it, I'm sorry, but that's not my responsibility to be dealing with. Do you understand? Because here's the thing. Now, please listen. If I ban Derek right now, I call him Derek because that's what I thought his name was. I guess it actually is Darish or whatever. But if I ban Derek right now, here's what will happen. Because here's what Josh just said about Kiwi Farms. If he deletes my thread on Kiwi Farms right now, the detractors go somewhere else to do something worse, correct? If I ban Derek right now, the detractors won because they say, look what we did. We researched a guy who no one would have known he had anything wrong with him by just watching Phil's streams. For the record, Derek has never once talked about any of this malicious activity on my stream. He knows better than that. He doesn't bring that shit. That's his personal life or whatever, right? So he does not do that on my streams. If I ban him, guess what happens? The detractors say, we got the response we wanted. The moment I ban Derek and these detractors say we won, guess what happens? You just gave them exactly what they wanted. You gave them the attention they're craving. And then they move on to someone else. And then they move on to someone else.
Phil,
and then they move on to someone else until it's done.
But sometimes in life, you have to hold the L. And sometimes bad people are going to get a win. But that's just the reality. You can't have a pedophile in your community, like an open pedophile. And you're basically admitting he's a pedophile.
Oh, no. Let me tell you this.
It's okay. Okay.
I will say this. I don't know anything about that because I make it a philosophy. I do not personally research my viewers. I think that's fucking creepy that I would spend my time every time that someone says something about someone. I got to go search their socials. I got to go to their YouTube page and search their history.
Wait, may I say one thing? Sorry, may I say one thing? Okay, so you're saying people did research outside the realm of your show and whatever. I get what you're saying there. Well, if Derek was caught and you found out that the police found something on him and he's in the middle of a trial right now and he was a pedophile, right? And it wasn't the detractors or anything. It was through legal whatever, right? Then would you ban him because it wasn't detractors?
Well, how would I find out about that? Like, how would I even know that?
A fan of yours goes, I live in the same city as him and I saw him on the news, for example.
What if it was Harvey Weinstein? Like, how bad does somebody have to be before you're like, well, I don't want to associate with this guy?
So if Hitler was on my stream and was still alive, would I ban Hitler, right?
If Adolf Hitler 1488 was an active user on your stream, would you ban him? Because he's only the Führer in Germany, and you don't know anything about that, right?
Wow. Yeah, I mean, you're right. I mean, that's a good point. But and I totally understand what you're saying. I do. Let me tell you, I've gotten a lot of shit over this. And here's the funny part. What the does this have to do with me? It's not even anything I've done or ever. I got to take shit because someone got dirt on a viewer of mine.
So if he does have playlists of little girls on his channel, he's creeping on little girls. Do you disavow that behavior?
Oh, absolutely, I do. Absolutely,
So you disavow Derek then?
Yeah, I don't condone any of that. But at the same time, I'm not going to go out of my way to find out who everyone is or what they do outside of the realm of my stream.
We're bringing it to you.
Me and Josh have both looked at it as of yesterday, saw that it was foul and disgusting, and now we're bringing it to you. We're credible. Like, I'm trying to help you.
Yeah. Let me phrase it like this.
I know, but I totally understand where you guys are going with it.
You are totally correct that if you ban this guy, the detractors will start looking into your viewers harder. You are totally correct. That is a completely accurate assessment. But wouldn't you still not want this guy to be in your community or your audience and openly known as this guy? Because if I'll swing it the other way, it's a no-win situation. That's correct. If you don't ban him, if you ban him, then the detractors will look into your other viewers, and you're completely accurate about that. But if you don't ban him, if you do nothing, then they will just continue to bring this up with an accurate line from the point A to point B, and it will always be there, and it will always haunt you, and people will always ask, well, why the doesn't he just ban this guy?
I've learned in my 42 years on this planet that I would much rather deal with the devil I know than the devil I don't. And what I mean by that is, I know who Derek is. I can't confirm or deny what you guys are saying because I've literally never looked into it.
How can you say you know who he is when you won't look into it?
I know who he is in my chat. I know who he is as part of
This is flat out delusional, though. Like, if you look at his Twitter account, it's just straight up.
Okay, I believe you. You're telling me this now as a neutral third party, correct? You're neutral.
Yeah, and we think it's very foul. Like Phil, this is not like, oh, someone's kind of like an incel or weird or whatever. And
or a playlist. This is like hundreds of videos of just little girls doing innocuous things. Actually, it's It's
Okay.
genuinely fucking creepy.
Well, if this is what you guys are telling me, then yeah, I'm going to ban him.
Let's go. Yeah, honestly, you should ban him.
Hold on. The devil, that was the devil I knew. You understand?
Yeah.
So I could deal with that. I know how to deal with this guy. Talks a lot in the chat and whatever, and it's annoying to certain people. And I got to hear people talk about what he does in his personal life. But now when I ban him, now I got to deal with the devil I don't know. What's the next person who's now going to get harassed by my detractors? And I don't want this to be like Phil's viewer hunt.
I understand that, but I think regardless of what you do, your viewers are going to get harassed.
And they're still going after your other viewers, dude. They still
This happened before.
Like,
There were whales on the DSP channel who got doxxed. And I think that was one of the other things where I was kind of irritated with people on the DSP board because they were doxing, like, I don't remember his name, but there was a guy that gave you a lot of money, and simply because he gave you a lot of money.
You have to understand something. What you're describing right now is a normal day of behavior on that forum about me. That's not like the exception to the rule. That's literally what happens every time a whale shows up to support me. They get doxxed on your forum.
And that's why the Derek thing doesn't matter, because it's like they're going to be pieces of shit no matter what. And honestly, like, we're telling you right now, I swear, Phil, we've been as nice as possible. I gotta say, this Derek guy is twisted. Like,
it's just bad news, Phil. And you gotta get rid of this guy. Like, you know, you didn't know until today, but now you know. And I'm just telling you, man, if you don't,
it gets worse if you don't do anything about it.
It gets way worse if you don't get rid of him. And quite frankly, our audience isn't going to tolerate Derek, and and nor do I. I'm not going to tolerate Derek either. And some people in chat are saying, why haven't you banned Derek from this chat? If Derek hasn't been banned from our chat already, I advise every single mod to ban him because I honestly, like, it's just this weird, creepy stuff. Like, he's got Con going on his Twitter. He had that YouTube playlist of little girls. And then everything he talks about is all the time, and it's just a bad look for you to be associated with it, Phil. And I think if you were to cut this cancer off at the legs and just throw him the out, I think you would win a lot of respect and support from people.
But the thing is, he's not me. He's just a dude in my chat.
It's not like it's like a rumor. It's this guy on his main channel. You click view channel and he's got it open. Like, he's like, here it is, guys. And we really think that I know what you're saying, that your detractors will be crazy and psychotic and go after other people, but they'll do that anyway. And I'd respect you a lot if you just got rid of him. And, you know, it sort of puts a precedent to, I will not let people who believe in the shit in my chat.
I'm just saying the proof is like overwhelming. Like, it's undeniable when you look at it. It's just too overwhelming to deny. So
Done. All right. So, I mean, I'll be honest. Here's my final statement on it. It makes me sad for two reasons. Number one, it makes me sad to know that this guy does all that shit because I heard it for like 2 years now.
And you're basically admitting he's a pedophile.
Oh, no. Let me tell you this.
It's okay.
I will say this. I don't know anything about that because I heard it for like 2 years now. I don't know anything about that. And I'm just like, it's just the detractors, right? Maybe they're exaggerating. They're making it up. And I made a philosophy. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to look into it because if I do, I've broken my own moral code that I'm not going to look and stalk and harass my own viewers. So that's why I haven't done it until today. But now that you guys have said this to me, I believe you. I don't think you have anything to gain by lying to me. So I will be banning him when he shows up because, you know, undoubtedly he's going to show up in my chat this week, and I will ban him on all of my channels. Okay, that's
a righteous decision, King.
Here's why I'm sad. All right, to be honest with you guys, from what I know of the guy in my chat, he actually was like a good person in the chat.
He seemed nice. Yeah,
he's a nice guy. He adds nice comments. I mean, he's needy. He always asks, "Hey, talk to me." Why is he not talking to me? Right? But he has very nice positive comments.
What?
You know,
can you explain that? What does that mean?
But Phil,
well, he needs attention.
He gets away with a lot more than other people would.
Somehow he's getting some kind of protections in my stream, is what you're saying. You know what I'm saying?
He's one of these... Talk positive about the pedophile, right, Phil?
No, I'm not. No, I just understand. If you separate that, because that was been my philosophy.
He's got candy for the kids.
When this guy showed up to the chat, he came with this entire van full of candy. It was so nice. Everyone got their favorites.
This is like, you know someone for a while. and you only know, like, so let's say you're at work and someone at work is someone you're friendly with, right? And you're like, wow, they're a nice guy. Then you find out 2 years later that this guy's a scumbag, like something like this. That's the feeling I have about it. But you guys are absolutely correct. So I'm going to get rid of him because I trust you.
Yeah.
God bless you, Phil. I appreciate that. Josh, give us your thoughts.
It's not a unique problem.
But like everyone was saying this, and I get it. You don't want to listen to your detractors because they do exaggerate or lie about some stuff, sure. So you're like, but we're just telling you straight up, this is a 110%. It's not even question. But yeah, I respect that, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Dude. Yeah.
Do you have any other questions for Josh, Phil, specifically about the forum?
One of the things that's happened over the last couple of years is that my detractors have been harassing extended family members. My wife does not have interaction with her family members. My detractors went out of their way, and of course, it's public information, to find out that she has a sister. They've thrown the sister money.
But is this the woman that a user from the Kiwi Farms had sex with?
I have no idea. I don't know.
There's a thread, and I want to say it's someone related to Kat that somebody hunted down and had sex with. Yeah, and there's pictures of it on the forum.
So,
I think I
do
banned
you
that
see what
guy.
I mean? This is the kind of shit that shows up on my forum. It's like, what does this have to do with anything with us? We have no association with this person. We don't talk with this person. To our knowledge, this person might have some issues. And so we don't want to be associated with this person. So why is any of this existing on Kiwi Farms? Is that not like the level that you would think, wow, that's kind of extreme. This shouldn't be in the Dark Side Phil forum. What does that even have to do with Dark Side Phil?
Go ahead, Josh.
I mean, I did ban them, but I can't like unfuck her sister, you know? It's already happened. It's already done and posted on the internet. I can't do anything about that.
Yeah.
So, but why is it in my forum?
Well,
it has nothing to do with me.
You.
It has nothing to do with me.
I mean, it does.
I'm not related
That's
to
why
this
the event happened, because she was related to your wife.
But that's not me. It's the Dark Side Phil thread. It's not the Kat Burnell thread, right?
I mean, in some ways it is. She's married to you, and the Bible says that you become one spirit. So technically, she's joined to the forum.
I'm sorry, but no, that's where I got to draw the line, dude. So now you're saying just because I have a public persona that literally anyone who has ever had an association with me in my life needs to get drawn into this drama sphere, that's bullshit. Because that's a cope is what that is. Because you know that having family members that you don't have any association with being drawn into drama is bullshit. Come on, Josh. Just fess up and be like, yeah, that's extreme. That definitely shouldn't have been on there.
I mean, that guy should not have done that, but the fact that it happened and that he recorded it and posted it on the internet, it doesn't matter if it's on the forum or not. Like, that happened.
Okay, it could be on the internet. Does it belong on the Dark Side Phil forum, and should it still be there right now?
Still there?
That is probably the most accurate position to put it, and you can't put a genie back in the bottle. You just can't. That's not how it works.
But is it there right now?
I believe so.
Probably.
And should it be?
Your
yes or no? Should it be on a forum about me?
I mean, yeah. That if you're throwing darts and you throw that dart, this bullseye for that is probably going to be like where it lands is going to be closer to you than anybody else. Like, where else is it going to go? Categorically speaking, where does it go?
I'm going to be like very frank with you. That is an ultimate cope, because basically with what you just said is anything goes. That's like saying I was walking down the street and I looked at a guy and, I nudged him. Oops, he could be on Kiwi Farms tomorrow because I nudged the guy walking down the street. He should be doxxed. Like, what? That's extreme. I have absolutely no association with this woman. I don't know her. I will never speak with her. She has nothing to do with our lives. We don't speak with her. So we disowned that relationship. You are allowing people to now go outside the realm of what the forum thread is supposed to be and just toss anything on there and say, what was on the internet? It's free speech. No. You're allowing systematic harassment.
Yes.
You're allowing systematic harassment is what you're doing with your forum. I don't want this to be like an attack session.
I'm not allowing anything. If someone goes out and harasses, people and talks about it on the forum, they do get banned.
But it's on the forum right now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the guy got damned.
But you said the content is still on the forum. You banned the guy who posted the content, but you left the content up?
I mean, yeah. What am I going to do with it? There is literally no reason
You don't think there's good being done to remove that content from that forum right now? You don't think that that would be in the best interests of everyone involved, of this woman who they're actually stalking and doing things to get content? You don't think, and she has nothing to do with us, but
Well,
you're
when you
allowing
say
that to be posted.
stalking, there is no coordination to do this. This guy said, I'm gonna contact this woman, and I think he found like her profile, like a hookup site or something. And it's like he didn't conspire, he didn't use the forum as a tool to accomplish this. He did it, and then he talked about it on the internet, and there's no way to undo that.
I don't know. To me, okay.
There's nothing I can do about it. Like, it's out there.
Well, that first of all, that statement's false. There is something you could do about it. You could remove it from your forum right now, and then people would have to seek it out elsewhere. Again, it's the notoriety of Kiwi farms that
But
people
we discussed this.
that stuff.
There would, if I started censoring things, people would go to an alternative site. I don't censor
Correct.
things, so they stay on the forum where there's a moderating spirit to it.
That's correct. So basically what you're saying is because it's on your site, you feel you're the best person on this planet to be moderating this kind of content. You're the best man for the job. No one else could do better than you, and therefore that's why you feel you have this obligation.
That's
to
a
keep it
deep
going.
philosophical question that was raised by Christopher Hitchens. Who among you would you select as your censor? I select myself. I don't think that there's another person on the forum who's better capable of doing what I do than I do.
I'm not saying your forum. I'm saying in general. Do you think there's anyone better who could do a better job?
If there's
Because
a
actually,
more capable,
go ahead.
censoring. If there's a more capable person, I don't know him.
Okay. Because this leads to a question like, why do you continue to own and operate Kiwi farms? To my knowledge, you have been through the ringer with this thing. People are really coming after you legally. They're trying to take this site down because of stuff that's been on it, and you just keep going. You've gone from host to host, getting kicked off, going here, going there. Why do you keep maintaining this site if it's causing you so much pain and problems?
Because I love it. It's the best site on the internet.
So you just love drama and gossip so much that you feel like that's your thing and you just want to keep it going?
I think the site is one of the most entertaining sites that has ever existed. My forum is the best site on the internet. So I got to bring it back up no matter what.
All right, back to you, Phil. What do you think about what Josh is saying here?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. We're never going to come to any kind of an agreement because it sounds to me like Josh and I come from different places of morality. This isn't a legal issue. It's not. I know for a fact that most of the stuff that's been put on the forum about me is legal. There is some stuff that has been illegal. All right, let's be clear here. There actually has been information that people broke laws to get, and that should never have been put on there, okay? But as for the legality of most of it, legally, I don't know how much they could really ever come after you, Josh. And, that's not really what my issue is. My issue is morality. That I don't know if these guys will agree with me, but I can tell you from my own personal perspective, that site, your website, Kiwi Farms, I am telling you here 100% has hurt me and my family. 100%. It's hurt my business as well. This is not me trying to, get any sympathy from you, Josh. I'm telling you, your website has outright definitively hurt myself, my family, and my business. And it continues to do so because it's the focal point for when people want to hurt us. That's the first place they go. Okay. So I'm going to give you an analogy that I've been talking about on my streams recently. Maybe you can kind of understand my perspective. I wanted to open up a community center in a local area because, I thought it would help the community out. It's the best thing. It's the best community center ever. But what happens is the people, okay, good. The people here who go to the community center keep getting into fights. God damn it. It's out of control and you know it. Do you keep that community center open and people continue to get hurt, or do you close the community center? What would you do?
I mean, right now, the forum is probably the tamest it's ever been. You're saying like, oh, well, this community center sounds like a coliseum. Really, over time, the site has gotten bigger, but also a lot more tame. And even your board is a lot more tame. So I would disagree. I mean, the other part is that you said, well, the Kiwi Farms has done harm to you. I think if you were to name your top detractors and the people who are actively doing the most harm to you, you would find that most of them probably don't even have a presence on the forum. But it's not the forum. It's people on the forum. And
yeah, that's the argument that it's not the gun that committed the crime. It's the person who shot the weapon that committed
absolutely
the crime.
Correct. Mm-hmm. Right now, there's nothing that I want to do that the forum is getting in the way of.
Okay. I'll ask you this too. ever feel trapped by the Kiwi farms? Okay.
I don't feel it's the other way. You're stuck with me.
We're stuck with you.
Nobody
huh?
else can run this shit heap.
All right.
All right. Anything else, Phil, that you have for Josh or you want to confront him about or anything
I mean,
like that?
again, this wasn't really about being a hostile confrontation. I wanted him to understand that his site is the facilitation of a lot of hateful content towards myself, my family members, and my business.
Well, people are allowed to say whatever they want. I'm not gonna. There's no world where I would step on and say like, oh, you can't say XYZ in regards to just like discussion posts.
I did not think our conversation was going to lead that like Josh. Oh, I'm going to close this forum today. That's not even what I was going for.
The main, I think like the holy grail for like the detractors, proving beyond a reasonable doubt that a majority of your spending goes to like mobile games. I think that's it.
Yeah, no, I will agree there. And it's just, you know, it's I get it because that's the one thing that they feel like they got me on, because I'm not going to open my fucking documents and show you everything in my personal life, because then that opens up to
You know
even
what?
more risk.
The thing is, you shouldn't have to open up any of the fucking documents.
But these guys now have realized this is their ongoing thing. They know I'm not going to open up all my fucking information for them. So they will just say it forever. I really don't care that much about the game anymore. You know, years ago I did. I don't really care about it that much.
Just say you love it, Phil. You love it. I love it. I play WWE Champions. I take the viewers' money. I do Hogan pulls.
The saddest thing and the most evil thing about it is that if you're in a casino and you're gambling money, if you win, you actually have a chance to win more money that you can use in your life. When you're playing these games, what did you win? The chance to play the game some more. It's endless sinking money into the game. There's no outcome that could benefit you. You're stuck in the endless loop that you can't escape. And that's what I think a lot of people, that's what happens to them. It's that, I don't know if it's called the sunken cost fallacy.
Yeah, sunk cost fallacy. I was going to say that. It's like you get anchored to this game just because you've already spent, like, I've already spent $1,000 on it. I guess I might as well keep going.
Just keep going because you got to get something, get that dopamine hit. You need it because you already spent so much. It's messed up. It really is. It's I can't believe that it's kind of allowed to be like that, but that's the world we live in.
So was that down from the Rafters account yours?
No, it's not.
No?
And I'm gonna open up for the first time about this topic ever right now here tonight. Everything that I said in that segment on stream was a lie. Literally every time someone asked me about WWE champions, I lied. It's really not mine. I do have another account and I do spend money on it, but that is not my account. I lied every single fucking time. And every time someone brought it up, I'm like, this is so stupid. This is dumb. You know what I'm saying? And I just lied to get it out of the way.
So was that down from the Rafters account yours?
No, it's not.
No?
Yes, the They Call Me DSP account in WWE Champions is my account. And they have been who this guy is, because people have asked me over the years.
If it is you, you're the best in the world. Like, just,
I know.
Why do they think it's you?
And I tried so hard for so long to lie about it, to get people to just forget about it. But I forgot. Well, not really forgot, but I definitely underestimated the anal nature of these people who stalk me. All right. A couple things they outright got me on, like, for example, the Discord thing. I had no idea about any of that. I was incredibly ignorant. What are your thoughts on that? That the whole arc basically ends with me reacting and admitting it.
I don't know. Like the thing is with that is it was kind of like an open secret where everyone knew that you were that account, right? Pretty much everyone I talked to, it's like, oh yeah, like even I knew, like my personal belief was you were always like, you know, down from the rafters. So for you to admit it, I'm like, okay, well, at least things can move forward a bit and people can focus on something else. I think it's, I guess, cool for the arc, if that was your question.
They have so many crazy conspiracies after that. I'm sure they have the origin story was originally the account was actually called They Call Me DSP, which happened to be my Twitter handle. Ready? Admission number 1. Yes, the They Call Me DSP account in WWE Champions is my account. Okay? That's admission number 1. It is. All right? Now, I don't go by that anywhere else. It's just my Twitter account was called They Call Me DSP. Yeah. And apparently that account existed for like a couple of years. And then my detractors found it. And they're like, we got him. So I I had no clue that they could like track a Discord versus like numbers on your name and shit like that, because I thought it wasn't important. It was just something that my detractors were trying to do. Because again, they tried to get me time and time again over the years, so many times for stupid shit. That wasn't true. We got him now, right? Because
I remember this because the point of contention was that you can't change your name on that game, so it had to be changed manually by support, and they figured that after it had been found, you had asked that, and they changed it on their end.
I can't remember the exact specifics of how it all went down, all right? But to make a long story short, I reached out to the people who ran the game, and I said, is there a way we could change my name? Because listen, I want to keep playing your game. I've invested time and money into it.
Oh, here we go. Now he's talking about WWE Champions, so he's a piece of shit. You piece of donkey shit. How about this? WWE Champions lives rent-free in your motherfucking head. I don't think about WWE Champions. You do. You probably know way more about the fucking game than I ever will, because you're an idiot. You're an obsessed loser.
Because listen, I want to keep playing your game. I've invested time and money into it. We can see if we can change your name or whatever. Okay? At least being a player of the game, I can confirm you cannot change your name in the game. Like, I don't know how that's possible. The WWE Champions thing, 100%. Again, I just always lied about it. I've tried, because think of it, if I could change my name in the game, why not? Then, you know, kind of double protection, right? So it sounds to me like whoever this person really is, because they were such a big spender, they maybe did a favor to them to protect, oh, it's our whale. We don't want to lose the whale. So that's why they changed the name. I explained to them, you know, the timing of everything. Like, here's how you do it. What I will do is I will quit a faction that I'm in. You change my name when I'm out of a faction. Now there's no way to track me because no one knows where I am. Then I could join a new faction. Okay, great. They idiotically changed my name before the time we had agreed to. So everyone saw the name change, but I couldn't even do that myself. So yeah, I think you're right. I think it might've been like a behind the scenes deal or something.
But why would this guy that set up this like troll account and put so much into it want to change his name?
I don't know, because here's the thing. That's actually what I was going to say. There's all these theories about who the guy really is. I honestly, at this point, I can't figure it out, and I don't care. Like, I don't know if it actually is a troll. It might be a guy who literally just has the worst fucking luck in the world to have the same name as my Twitter account.
Because I think a lot of the big questions are all about, like, the finances and stuff. And if he doesn't want to talk about it, he doesn't want to talk about it. So I don't really have any kind of angle for that.
Okay? And I'm not here to tell you I didn't spend money on the game. I absolutely have spent money on WWE Champions. Okay? A good amount of money on WWE Champions over the years. I'm here to fess on this, right? This is the big moment, correct? I play a game called WWE Champions, which of all things, if you can believe it, is a WWE game that plays like Candy Crush. I haven't played it in years. I told you guys I don't play mobile games anymore. I quit on all of them. No, I don't have any recommendations for mobile games. I don't play mobile games anymore, but all right, I don't play mobile games anymore. There was a time in my life when I absolutely did. But every mobile game I've ever played in the history of playing mobile games has been a time and money sink. Always just pay to win. It's really just pay to win. And sometimes it's 100% straight up gambling. So I gave all those games up years ago. Like I said, definitively, I gave up mobile gaming when Kat moved in with me. When she moved in with me, I said, I am not going to waste time, money, and resources on any of these games. What the nonsense that idiots perpetrate on this fucking internet about me spending money on mobile games and other stupid shit, it's all bullshit. I don't even care about the details that they talk about because it's all such fucking nonsense. I just don't care. I seriously don't. I'm not gonna pay any attention to it. And that's all I'm saying on the subject of mobile games, because that's the truth. That's what I told you guys a million times on stream. You guys ask me about mobile games and stuff. I always answer exactly the same way. My story has never changed. That's always been my story. So I don't understand why all of a sudden, you know, oh, now they completely make fucking something up here. And now it's time that we're, you know, let's start a new detractor meme. But Phil's story's always been the same because it's the truth. So I've said a million times, I don't play mobile games, right? Well, here we go. Oh, but you said on your podcast about your marriage that on the plane in 2019 you were playing mobile games. It's like, what the fuck? I don't play mobile games actively. My wife actually does.
Fuck this guy. He's a piece of shit.
So you said that there's been kind of like a turnaround. What does that mean for you? Like you said that things are turning around. Is that just like in terms of perception and people's amicability towards you, or is that like a financial thing, or is it both?